a weird set to say the least, but this is very expected of cat. They put in a very unusual set. It catches one by surprise. We might read too much into it, whereas actually the set may not be as detailed or may not require as much of analysis as we tend to do. So in this set we have an air conditioner which can be operated in either a regular or a power mode to reduce the temperature. I'll come to this point later as we read ahead, but it is of importance. If the AC operates in regular mode, then it brings down the temperature inside the room. It's called inside temperature at a constant rate. Now this is important, students, right? Now those who are good with maths will not find this at all difficult. But what this simply means is the drop in the temperature will be a fixed rate. It will come linearly like a line. It's not going to suddenly drop very fast and then slow down. The dropping is going to slow down, or it's going to drop very slowly and suddenly it will go fast. No, it's going to go at a very fixed rate, constant that is, in 1 hour. And if it is set in power mode, it is achieved in 30 minutes. So what that means is when I put the AC on, I'm going to either choose a power or a regular mode, and I'm also going to set a temperature. And the temperature that I'm going to be set, if it is regular mode, it will reach there from wherever currently it is in 1 hour. And in power mode, it will reach within half an hour, the set temperature. Now, if the AC is switched off, then the inside temperature rises, okay, at a constant rate. Again, it's a constant rate so as to reach the outside temperature at the time of switching off. Now this is very important. When I was struggling in the set, I had missed out this point and I was caught off guard, and a contradiction was happening until the time I realized this. So remember, I put it off. Let's say at 12 midnight sometime I put it off, or at 1 o'clock I put it off. Then the temperature will start rising. At what rate? Such that whatever is the outside temperature, it's not going to go up and meet the outside temperature in future. That's not happening. At 1 o'clock, what is the outside temperature at the time of switching off? If whatever was the outside temperature, that same temperature it is going to reach 1 hour later. Which temperature? Which was there when I put the switch off. Okay. Now the temperature outside has been falling at a constant rate. Again, this outside, this is an outside temperature from 7 p.m. till 3 p.m. The graph shows the inside temperature. So there's a graph here between 11 and 2. So the graph is talking about an inside between 11, 11:30. Now look here, the bigger picture is temperature is dropping, 11:30 keeps dropping till 12, and at 12 it increases. It starts increasing till 12:30. At 12:30 again something must have happened, the temperature is dropping. So ideally the idea is I put the AC on, only that will bring the temperature down. And then here something again happens, change, and the temperature increases. Here again it starts decreasing. So now here you should realize how can the temperature drop increase. That is when you should realize that the AC can be used only to reduce the temperature. The AC brings down the temperature. AC cannot be used like a heater where you set the temperature to be higher up and then it takes the temperature higher up. That is not happening. Now this is a little detailed but expected to understand, students. So what that means is it's very clear that whenever the temperature is rising, it only rises because the AC is switched off. So that means at 12 I have switched off the AC and now the temperature starts rising. Okay, at what rate and so on, such that it reaches the 12 o'clock outside temperature at 1 in 1 hour time. Here also I would putting the AC off. Now to reduce the temperature, I'll obviously put the AC on. To reduce, I'll put it on. Here also to reduce, I'm going to put it on, right? So these things are the bigger picture we have. Now there are many more facts that have to be read through, but at least you should have figured in when they are going to be off. Now the same graph is put here, so I'll just copy that here. It's very clear that I've put the AC off at 12 and at 1, and I have put the AC on at 12:30 and also at 1:30. Now it says the AC was turned on for the first time that night at 11 p.m. So this is the first time it is turned on. So right now the temperature, inside temperature 38 degrees, is same as the outside temperature. So here the inside temperature is same as outside temperature at 38. Why? Because this is the first time the AC is used. Till now, outside, inside, there's no difference. Now, the inside will drop fast because it's AC, the outside will drop slowly somewhere. Okay. Now, the AC setting was changed, including turning it on and off or setting a different temperature. Any of this is called a change, only at the beginning of the hour or at 30 minutes after the hour. So, whatever happens, happens at 11, 11:30, 12, 12:30, 1, 1:30 or 2. The AC was used in power mode for longer duration than the regular mode during this 3-hour period. 1, 2, 3-hour period. Okay, and the outside temperature they are talking about right from 7 to 3 a.m. So that goes beyond this interval and before this. So the outside is just coming down slowly. It is coming down from a very high temperature, comes to 38 here and will keep dropping and will keep going. That's what we have. Okay. Then your question starts. Now, if I go into detail now, pay attention. So I have regular, you'll have to sit back and you'll have to think like, how does it start? So I start at this 38. Let's mark the readings first. This is a 26. Okay. And then it goes up to 31. This is a 31. And then it comes down to 26. Now this is too elementary or too over the top reading, students. What you should have done is, you should have also said 38 to 26 is a drop of 12, or let's take this at 11:30 also temperature. So this is 32. So this is a drop of 6, and from 32 to this is a drop of 6. This is a constant rate. It's a straight line. Okay, so your thoughts here also should work. Either I can go in that 1 hour interval, full going down like in a regular mode, or in a power mode, I can go half an hour, something of this sort. Okay, but here now this is important and very important. So the temperature rises over here by 5 in half an hour, which is as good as a rise of 10 per hour. Now, how or why this 10 is important? This 10 is important because it's increasing at such a rate that the room temperature in 1 hour's time will become same as the outside temperature when the AC was put off. So this is the rate of increase in 1 hour. How much will it increase? It will increase from 26 to 36. So 36 is the target. Why 36 is the target in 1 hour? Because the outside temperature right now at 12 was 36. Very important headway and a big crack in the set, students. The outside temperature here is 36. And this point I have explained earlier also when I was talking about this point at the time of switching. So I'll not harbor more on it, or else needlessly it will go long. And the same thing you can do once more. So 31 to 26, it drops 5. This is the effect of the AC. AC is put off. Here the increase is an increase of 4 in half an hour, which is as good as 8 per hour. An increase of 8 in 1 hour. So the rate of increase is such that 26 would have become 26 plus 8, 34 in 1 hour. So that 34 was the target in 1 hour. And why 34? What was the outside temperature when it was put off? 34. So 34 was the temperature when it was put off. Is this 34? Yes. So now this again, so now you are more comfortable that yes, the drop in the outside temperature was 2 degrees in 1 hour, another 2 degrees in 1 hour. So twice I got that opportunity to find the rate of drop of outside temperature. Let me keep it a little neat. Okay, a straight line, and so in another 2 hours this will continue and it will become 32. Outside temperature 32, and it will continue, and we know this goes beyond this also, and this goes beyond this also till 3. So now we'll end up doing a lot more analysis. That is what I meant by we read too much into this. What is this power mode, longer duration, when was it in power mode, what happened? But surprisingly, 3-4 questions here are just based on outside temperature. So if you see how many times the AC must have been turned off between 11 and 1:59, the off can only happen here and here. The off cannot happen here, because had the off happened here, the temperature would have started rising. So that's 2 times. Sorry, B choice. B choice 2 times. That's it. Right? What was the outside temperature in Celsius at 1? At 1, the outside temperature was 34. Done, over. What was the outside temperature at 9 p.m.? 9 p.m. you have to go before this. This is 11. 11 to 10, 10 to 9, 2 hours. So it will go what? Every hour 2 drops. So going backwards, every hour 2 increase. 38, 40, 42. Do you see, even if you would have done half the set, and you would not even have worried about the power or regular mode, you could have done this. In fact, one more question. What was the maximum difference between the temperature outside and the inside? Between 11:1 and 1:59. So we are not worried about 11 and 2. We are worried about skip the ends. Just look at inside. So here the difference is 10. Here the difference is 8, here it's short, here it's small. So this 10 is going to be the maximum difference, no? It's a visual one. This difference is increasing between outside and inside. Why? Because inside is getting cooler faster. Then this decrease, it's decreasing. Then it's again increasing. But it limits at 8, then it again decreases, again increases. At 2, I don't have to worry. Or anyways, we know that's just 28 and 2. 38, 2 is 4. So this is the maximum. So 10 is the difference. 4 questions can be done just half by doing the set half. This is the only tough one. What best can be concluded about the number of times the AC must have been turned on or the temperature setting altered. Again, at 11 and 2, don't worry. Start after 11, stop before 2. Okay, and how many times? More than 3, 2, 2 or 3, exactly 3. So that's the one which takes more time here. So now here, pay attention, this is also interesting. So now let's see, we are the person in the room. So 11 o'clock we put the AC on. Now what can I do? So my mode is, I'm an energy saver or a power saver. I'll always use regular if I can. So does this go regularly? Yes. So what I could have started is, I could have put it here as a regular, and I could have set the temperature right till 26. So in 1 hour, it would come down to 26. This could have happened. At 11:30, what am I doing? I do not know. This is the only mystery in this whole story, and that is what this question is based upon, the one that we have left. Yeah, what are you doing at 11:30? Now if this is being set up, then nothing is being done here, no? The temperature is 38, I set it to 26, it calculates a drop of 12, so 6 every half an hour it drops. Now here it is 32, but the setting, now I won't go back here and say, oh, I again set a regular 26. This means I'm not doing anything. It's already in a regular mode and it's set to 26, so there is nothing that you're doing over here. So this, and it reaches 26, right? So this could happen, one possibility. Or what I could have done is, there's no point here talking, okay, I could have done, a regular 32 here. No, if I would have done a regular 32, then the drop would be such that 32 would have happened after 1 hour. But 32 happened after half an hour. So I cannot do a regular 32. Run that in your mind. But could I have done a power 32? Yes, I could have done a power 32 setting. So then in half an hour it would have reached 32, but I'm still feeling a little hot. So if I would have done nothing over here, then it would have remained at 32, but it does not remain at 32. It continues to drop. So what might happen is, here I might again end up doing a power setting of 26. It's not very difficult. Yeah, try to see that. So it comes down to 26 in the next half an hour because I was feeling hot at 11:30 at 32. But you know what? I'm going to, still be I would be very methodical, and I'll say every time when I get a chance to do a setting, I will first do a regular setting. So you know what? Could I have done a regular setting over here? Yes, I could have done a regular setting such that it decreases by 6 in half an hour. So in 1 hour it decreases by 12. So from 32 I could have done a regular setting of 20. So from 32 it would have come down to 20 at 130. But here I suddenly put it off and hence it doesn't continue and it starts increasing. This is also possible. Or I could have done the power setting of 32 at 11. And I could have done the power setting of 26 at 11:30. Any of this can happen. So this time span from year to year, these are the possibilities, cases. 3 cases can happen. Here so there is nothing. Here I have to put the switch off. Okay, come to this region now. Pay attention. Now let's see if you have got the idea. Yeah, be one step. What setting could I have done here? Remember, I'll first always want to put a regular setting such that this is reached up. The next choice is a power setting. So I could have done a regular setting here, 5 degrees in half an hour, 10 degrees in 1 hour. So 21, a regular setting of 21 I could have done. So it will start decreasing and in half an hour it ends up at 26, where I say, hey, it's got a little cold, so I'll just put it off. So I'll not let it continue till 21. It is a possible. Or I could obviously do a power setting of 26 such that in half an hour it reaches 26. So that is what is done at 12:30. This is done at 11:30. This is done at 11. And what about here? Now again, between this there's nothing that I will have to put it off. Here again the same thing. Now by now it should be very, in half an hour it goes down 2 degrees. I could have done a regular setting of 4 in an hour. So 26, or a power setting of 28. This is what I do at 1:30. Okay, one of this I do the setting and it ends here. Now comes this part, students. The AC was used in a power mode for longer duration than regular mode. First, let's see till how much time was the AC used. 1 hour, half an hour, half an hour. AC is used only for a total of 2 hours. For half an hour in between and half an hour in between it is shut. So total is 2 hours. So do you know that power has to be more than 1 hour? More than 1 hour means either 1.5 hour or 2 hours. It can't be, because you can change it only at an hour or after half an hour. So let's see what can happen. To answer the question, it's just that can this take place? Remember, if I don't do anything here and I set it at a regular mode of 26 setting, then 1 hour it is running at regular. Can it run 1 hour at regular in a total of 2 hours? No, because the power is used for longer duration. So this one case gets eliminated, and if this one case gets eliminated, my question gets answered. My question, because then I don't worry about 11 o'clock. After 11, did I do something? Did I change the setting at 11:30? Yes. Did I change the setting at 12:30? Yes. Did I change the setting at 1:30? Yes. At 3 times I changed. The question is not asking about us off. Let's read it again. What best can be concluded about the number of times the AC must have been turned on or the temperature setting is altered? It's not about turning it off. Okay. So going back at 11:30, I would have definitely done something. Either I would have changed the mode and temperature setting. It was working on, so it's not a question of putting on, but a setting has been changed. At 12:30, I would have put it on with a setting. At 1:30, I would have put it on with a setting. So 3 times I would have done, and that completes the set here exactly 3 times. If you want to have a more detailed thing, then the other tough questions could have been, since I need to use power longer than regular, I can use regular only for half an hour or 0. So could I use only power all along? Yes, I could have set a power setting of 32. No, then if I use this, then regular is working for half an hour. Here I could have used power setting for all the time, then again power setting, again power setting. Or you can use any one of these regular. If I use this regular setting, then here both times I will have to use power. If I use this regular setting here, then here I would have to use power and here power setting. If I use a regular setting here, then these 3 would have to be power. So that could be a little more interesting question formed here. Thankfully, it has not been formed, but I think that was the intent of this, and this is the detailed way of how the settings could have been done.